August 6, 1915, the Osowiec Fortress, a critical stronghold in World War I, has endured relentless German bombardment. For days, Russian defenders have held their ground, but the situation is dire. The constant artillery fire has turned the once mighty fortress into a desolate battleground. Amid the rubble and smoke, Russian soldiers stand resolute, but exhaustion and fear are setting in. The Germans are determined to break through, and their strategy is about to take a horrifying turn. I'm Dwayne, and welcome to Eden's a Mystery, where we dive into history, mystery, and all things strange. If that's your thing, come and join our community by subscribing and hitting the notification bell. And just a heads up, some viewers may find this story disturbing. And don't forget, Eden's a Mystery is also a podcast currently on Spotify and Amazon Music. Now, let's get back to the mystery. The Germans, unable to break through with sheer force alone, are preparing a more insidious attack. Osowiec Fortress was strategically crucial. Located near the border between Russian and German territories, it controlled vital supply routes and acted as a key defensive position against German advances. Its capture would provide a significant tactical advantage. But what happened next defies all logic and explanation. A soldier stationed on watch notices odd behavior among the German forces. In the trenches, shadows shift in the fog, and there's a strange, almost methodical sense to their actions. It's unsettling, but the true nature of the threat remains a mystery. The report stirs anxiety, but with no clear understanding of what's coming, the soldiers brace for another grim night. The sense of uneasiness hangs heavy in the air as night settles over the fortress. Just before dawn, the true horror is revealed. A German officer standing in one of the trenches with a faint hint of a smile on his face gives the order to put on their gas masks. The winds are finally favorable. German gas canisters open up, and a dark green smog of chlorine and bromine gas mixture descends upon the battered stronghold. The wave of gas creeps over the Russian lines, creating a death zone. Everything the gas touches begins to die. Leaves and grass turn yellow and black, insects perish, and birds fall from the sky. To fully grasp the horror of this attack, it's crucial to understand what made chlorine gas so devastating. When inhaled, chlorine gas reacts with the moisture in the respiratory system, forming hydrochloric acid. This causes severe damage to the lungs, leading to choking, coughing, and extreme pain. It essentially dissolves you from the inside out. It also burns the eyes and skin, making it not only lethal, but extremely agonizing. The soldiers, caught off guard, fall one by one, coughing up blood and bits of their own lungs as the hydrochloric acid, formed by the mix of the gas and the moisture in their lungs, had begun to dissolve their flesh. The gas attack is devastating, and many Russian soldiers succumb to the poison. The masks they have are inadequate, with some stories depicting they had no masks at all. Some soldiers used makeshift masks soaked in water or urine, but these are far from effective against the powerful chlorine gas. Amidst the chaos and suffering, a few remaining soldiers regroup within the fortress. The defenders, now gasping for breath, coughing up bits of blood and lung tissue, are on the brink of collapse. Their comrades are fallen, and their bodies are ravaged by the poison, but their resolve strengthens. One soldier, barely able to speak through his agony, addresses the group with a fierce determination. If we're going to die, we're not going to make it easy for them. We fight until the end. With their final reserves of strength, they prepare for a desperate charge. Their movements are labored, but their spirit is unbroken. The Germans, confident in their victory, wait outside the fortress for the gas to clear in preparation to take control. They expect no counterattack, figuring that anything inside could not have survived. But as the gas begins to clear, what they see is something out of a horror movie. The fortress gate creaks open, and the dead men, as they would come to be known, step out of the fog. Bloody rags wrapped around their faces, the Russian soldiers are coughing up blood and bits of their own lungs as the hydrochloric acid continues to dissolve their flesh from the inside. Bloodied, gas-stricken, and seemingly risen from the dead, they charge with a primal scream. Their bodies are melting from the inside, skin covered in chemical burns or missing entirely. Some are spitting out pieces of lung tissue as they run. The Germans, taken by surprise, retreat in absolute terror. Some Germans fired at the dead men, but it did nothing to quell the ferocity of the Russians' attack. German soldiers got tangled up in their own barbed wire traps as they fled. A fire breaks out and spreads, causing more chaos. Soldiers down in the trenches abandon their weapons, trying to crawl out, while those fleeing fall into the trenches. The 5 remaining Russian guns open fire on the fleeing Germans. What was meant to be a triumphant advance turned into a nightmarish scene. By 11 a.m., everything was over. The Germans, taking stock of the situation and decidedly shaken, decide to wait a few days before coming back to Osowiec Fortress, in hopes that any dead men would in fact be dead men. As the battle subsided, the surviving Russian soldiers make a grim decision. They can no longer hold the fortress, but they will not let it fall into enemy hands. With a determined, almost resigned resolve, they set about destroying the fortress. With a series of explosions, the fortress is reduced to rubble. The once formidable stronghold now lies in ruins, a final act of defiance against the invaders. The defenders inevitably succumb to the effects of the gas. When the Germans finally return, they find only debris and desolation. The fortress, now useless, is a stark reminder of the fierce and tragic stand made by its defenders. Historians agree that the gas attack and subsequent counterattack did occur. While the exact details of this dramatic confrontation have been debated, the story of their fierce stand and the terror they inspired is a powerful reminder of human resilience. The bravery and resolve of these men under such dire conditions are what truly make this story legendary. The attack of the dead men is a chilling testament to heroism under the darkest circumstances. It's a powerful reminder of the horrors of war and the resilience of those who fight. Thanks for joining me on this gripping and chilling exploration of history. If you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and never stop seeking the truth.
Whispering winds tell tales unknown, secrets of the past have flown through the trees and ancient stones, where the mystery calls us home. Footsteps lost in time's embrace, hidden shadows leave no trace, and the depths of space's grace we uncover dreams to chase. Eden of mystery, where stories come alive, unveiling history, where wonders all thrive. From the earth to sky so wide, voyage through where truths reside. In the dark or in the light, we seek answers through the night. Science whispers in its code, nature's one